Okay, internet. You missed all that stuff I said, okay? But pay attention because I'm going to synopsize it, okay? It's Thursday, blah, blah, blah. Right now, I'm in the middle of final round, in the middle of the action. I mean, I don't know if you guys can hear what's going on here, but in the middle of all this, everyone doing their job, Markman and Bifuteki pulled through to bring you guys this episode of ATP Live with Harada and Michael Murray, as well as Rip. He's going to come on later, and the game is going to be on in the background, Tekken 7. I mean, first of all, I have to thank you guys. I really appreciate it, Mark. So kind. I learned about that new one. Anyway, we'll talk about it later. So, internet. I think first things first. We're going to do a little chitter-chatter. Rip's coming on. I want to find out what happened. Rip just played incognito to make it into top 8. This is all happening during the action.
This is live.
This is live.
The most live.
Real deal. So, tell me what happened.
9th place. Incog advanced to top 8.
Hey, I haven't seen you all day, by the way.
Yeah, what's up,
man? How was the match?
It was rough. He had a good commanding lead. I got a match in at least, though, so it wasn't like a sweep or anything. But he had my number.
Well, yeah, okay. He lost earlier to Speed Kicks.
Right before I played him, actually.
3-0, I heard.
3-0 beat down City.
I asked him about that, and he said that the hype got to him, like people yelling and getting in his ear, and like it actually affected him.
That usually doesn't get to him.
Right, and he was playing really off today. Like his throw breaks were off, and I tried to take advantage of that in my match. But, he's good. He's good.
Okay. So, internet. I think we're gonna at this point have an interview. Am I right, Mark?
Actually, I just wanted, just in case people don't know, it looks kind of different from what we're used to because you usually have the little Skype windows or the Google chat windows.
Bootleg.
So, Rip.
Hey, what's up?
From Level Up Your Game.
My name's Aris. Yeah, I mean, you should know.
I'm taller, fat Ricksta for this weekend. But yeah.
Markman, the legend. He's the one that made this happen. Him, Bifuteki, as I said. It's really, really important to make note of that. Remember this shit, okay? So anyway, all these people up top that you're seeing, all these sponsors and final round, it's really, the point here is that this is really impromptu. So I really appreciate it. Once again, I said it 10 times. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. And thank you guys for allowing this to happen. So anyway, all that shit's said and done. I want to talk to Harada and Michael Murray. Can we make that happen?
Yes. Let me snap my fingers and make this shit happen.
That would be sick if there was a way to do it. Like
I wish.
No?
But I think you guys are ready.
All right.
Let me wave at him.
We're going to step up. Are you going to handle it alone?
Yeah.
He's going to handle it. He's going to talk to them, and then we'll be back.
Okay, so we got some questions. But, Rip. Hey, Rip, why don't you coach me in case I forget a question? Come over here. Rip's going to coach me because, he remembers the stuff I don't care about. Boom, here comes the legends. I have to say, I'll wait till you put on the microphone. Mr. Harada and Mr. Michael Murray, thank you so much for taking your time out of such an amazing event to spend some time here and answer some questions. I appreciate it. Thanks for being on.
No problem, man.
No problem.
You guys doing all right so far? Having a good time?
Yeah, I mean, this is our first time in final round, like I was telling you. We were supposed to go a few years ago, but we couldn't because of the earthquake. But, oh, man, I mean, just the enthusiasm here towards Tekken.
That's the word, huh?
The people are so cool.
Yeah.
The tournament's really well run. I mean, I'm really glad we came, and I hope we can make it an annual thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
原さんどう？
いやまあマイケル言った通りで本当ちょっとねまた西海岸とも違うなんかお店の人も親切だったりとかね、するしなんか雰囲気がアットホームだからすごく居心地はいい。
So I mean, he was saying that he largely agrees with me. And not just the tournament itself, but just going around to some of the restaurants and stuff. I think this is his first time in the South. Well, he's compared to the West Coast, East Coast.
Right.
But
Mine
I think
too.
more so it's the South. They were really hospitable and people are friendly. Like we went to the gas station place you recommended, and they're like, "Hey, have some brownies, have some other stuff, just free." It's crazy. So I forget, I'm from the South originally, so. But that's just how it is.
People forget you're not Japanese. You do it so well now. You wear the furry jackets and all that Final Fantasy stuff. That's awesome, man. I agree with you. It's my first time here too, and it's really everyone's so nice and hospitable. I'm super happy to be here. So let's get down to business.
Okay, man.
Okay, enough small talk.
Right.
First things first. The whole internet's up in arms. There was recently a leak. That's the word.
On your
the L
site?
word.
On your site?
Was
I'm just kidding.
It happened to be on my site, though it was not our doing.
Right.
We have a man out there flying wonky. He's an investigative journalist of Tekken.
Yeah.
So what I'm wondering is, I'm not even going to ask details. What can you say about what happened, how you feel about what happened, and anything about it? What can you say?
例のリークがあって、で、いやお前のサイトじゃんって言ったけど、いや冗談でね。で、まあ別のところがリークして、まあ情報いろんなところ拾ってるけど、まあ原さんはそれに対してどう思ってるかで、
まずね、カプコンとかがストリートファイター5とかのトレーラー早く流しすぎちゃったのはあれカプコンのミスカプコン本社自体のミスらしいんだけど、俺らの大体リークと鉄拳7の発表の時もそうだし、なんか
あったね
GDC のトレーラーにプラットフォームが勝手に書いてあったりとか、あれ全部今回の件もそうだけどね、あれね日本とか俺らの会社じゃないんだよね。韓国の運営とかも全部、要はもう韓国で日本と完全に切り離して全然違う会社がやってるんだけど、だからどうやら、まあなんか多分ミスをしでかしたんだけど、
ウェブサイトの
大体俺らじゃなくて関係ない他の周りの会社がヘマやるんだよね。もうそこに関してはもうサックスとしか言いようがないよ。
So, you know, he was saying that leaks happen all the time. Like the Street Fighter one is a pretty big one. That was, you know, directly Capcom apparently. So there's no one to really be angry at in that instance. But for us, you know, we've had a few as well. The one you just mentioned. Even if you think back, like Evo when we announced that was a big thing
one,
there.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even us. That was, you know, someone else. We won't name them, but. And then a GDC trailer that had that one thing you probably remember in it. That again wasn't us. It was someone else. So we've been kind of unlucky. I mean, if it was our fault, we can get it, but it's we've had bad luck in those instances. This time it was. I don't know how familiar people are with it, but the Korean operation of the arcade is done by an outside company, and they were the ones that leaked it this time. Unfortunately, so it was kind of out of our personal control.
Right.
But he's not very happy to say the least.
Right. I can imagine so.
ただ今回結構出てるやつとかは、まあちょっと今までと違って、なんだろうな、例えばいくつか多分キャラ出てみんななんか喜んだり、まあ悲しんだりしてる人いると思うけど、鉄拳3の時も例えば鉄拳3ってジュンとか和也とか出てないんだけど、まあ。YouTube とかネットで検索すると分かると思うけど、実はあれデータ格納されてるんだよね。名前も出てくるし、アーケード版の基盤の方だとキャラのモデルとかも出てくる。だけどゲームは出てこないです。で今回の7も結構いろんなデータ格納されてたり、まあ、もちろんボツになったキャラもいたりとか、あと出ないのにいるキャラとか、あとはあと実際で出すはずのキャラはまだネットワーク上からに俺は置いてなかったりするから、だからはっきり言って今回の情報全部当てになるかっつったらそうでもない。そこは申し訳ないけど、それで勝手に出ないっていうのを決められても俺らは保証できない。
And you know there are a lot of people that are kind of happy about some of the details that were leaked, like oh my god, my favorite character's in whatever. He's just saying, you know, that's a little bit too early to decide because back in Tekken 3, for example, you can see on YouTube even now. I think there were some. The names for Jun and Kazuya and people who weren't actually in the game
and the
at the end.
Insects. Sake.
Yeah, sake.
Yeah,
where, you know, we had that kind of stuff that was leaked, but they weren't in the game. So it's kind of too early to tell. I mean, we don't want people to be happy prematurely.
Yeah, that's really interesting because the way you're making it sound is like, okay, maybe, let's say one of the characters that were shown isn't going to be in the game, and that could be like a reverse type of a thing where people are excited and they may be let down, you know? So,
exactly, and get pissed off at us. So.
Okay, I mean, that kind of leads me into the future of the game. So at this point, you know, what about some kind of story mode or advancement? It's possible that these are assets that are going to be used in something like that, right? Maybe, let's say, okay, I'm going to say because it was there, Devil Jin, right? We saw Devil Jin pictures. But it could be that Devil Jin is part of a cinematic in the future or something like that.
Exactly.
So I can see where you're coming from with that. Interesting. Anything else you could say about it though? There were some pictures shown. The big guy, red guy.
Right,
I have to ask because if I don't, people are gonna get butthurt.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so yeah, big
I
red
get
guy
it.
with tubes coming out of him.
赤いやつとかって何なの？
You know, Filipino girl.
フィリピノの女の子とかいろいろあったけど、
なんであれフィリピンのってなんでわかんない？
なんかその女の子のなんか絵の話全部そのリークの話。
まあまあ
聞かなきゃみんなほらなんか言ってるから、まあだったら一応聞いてみようっていう感じ。
まあどっちにしても
まあアーティストいろんなコンセプトも書くしさ、
いろんなアセットしかもあれゲームの中のデータじゃないからね今回のって。なんか
イラストだっけ？
イラストとかいろいろまあ俺ら今までいっぱいボツなどキャラクターとかも公開してるし、いろんなアセットがあるんだけど、例えばまあ今回出てた絵も見てもらったら分かるけど、すごい解像度とかもなんか微妙な絵だったりするじゃない。だからあれあんまり当てにしない方がいいよ。
I mean, our artists they draw concepts and stuff all the time, and you could tell the quality wasn't even that great. So it's hard to say because we go through a lot of exploration before we actually develop some of the characters, and we've actually seen some of these different assets along the way. You know, Shaheen and other characters like the Comic-Con. So just because there's some kind of sketch doesn't mean it's going to make it into the game. It's hard to say, and like you said, you know, either way we're kind of screwed.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys are handling well, as you know, and you said it yourself. It happens.
Yeah.
So it's a part of the development of games, you know, and obviously you guys know that. But in that regard, I have to ask more about the development of games.
Yeah.
So things are changing for game developers, as you guys obviously know. There's such a connection with the community. And now they have all these things like early access, you know, where the game is not necessarily complete, but it's available to purchase or play in a incomplete form.
Right.
You guys obviously know about it. That recently you've been doing stuff with Rise of Incarnates and stuff like that. What I'm wondering is there any plan to perhaps release a version of Tekken 7 for PC, but furthermore, one that's maybe in an alpha form or a beta form, not like something that's going to be a complete release, but maybe an early access for the Western world who maybe doesn't have access to arcades. Any idea about that?
まあそのゲーム開発続けて話をちょっと聞いてみたいという話で、まあみんなもちろん業務用ないからまあ触れないじゃないですか。で最近まあ結構盛り上がってる Steam のフィーチャーのアーリーアクセスみたいなのがあって、それも開発者にとってはまあ作り途中のものも売れるし、そのデバッグとかその開発工程も入ってもらえるから助かるし、ユーザーも早く遊べるからすごいいい仕組みなんだけど、それって鉄拳でまあバンダイナムコもライズ・オブ・カーネスとかそういうので、まあ、最近やってるし、鉄拳7とかもそういうのやる可能性あるのかという質問。
そうね、なんだろう、より多くの人に遊んでもらえるように、今後リリースする時はさ、こう考えていきたいというのはもちろん基本的にはあるんだけど、まあ俺も Steam プレイヤーだから分かるんだけど、アーリーアクセスやりたいってね。アーリーアクセスは格闘ゲームに向いてるかってちょっと微妙かなと思う。それってなんかみんな普段言ってる、なんだろうね、格闘ゲームあんまりさ細かく DLC でキャラクターを例えばバカバカ増やしたりとかされるのは嫌だとか、例えばアップデートもあまりにも調整が多かったらみんなこれゲームセンターよく見れば分かるんだけど、例えば調整入りますって言うとやり控えって起きるのよ。明らかにインカム下がるんだけど、例えば2週間後に調整しますと2週間売り上げ下がるんですよ。なんでかっていうと当たり前だけど調整された後のやりたいと思うから、でそれの繰り返しになっちゃうゲームって大体売り上げ下がるっていう、やっぱライブなデータを俺は持ってて知ってるんだよ経験的に。で Steam も結局まあアーリーアクセスって言ってゲームが完成した頃にはねみんなの熱が冷めてたりとかするんだよね。であと、いつでもこうやってちょっとずつ足されていっちゃう調整のさじ加減1個でドラスティックにゲームが変わっちゃって自分の努力が無駄になるってことをみんなしたくないから、ある程度格闘ゲームってみんなパッケージで欲しがるんだよ、一つの塊で。だそれは普段言ってることがそれなのに、提供の仕方がやっぱりそうじゃないっていうのは矛盾してると思うから、 あんまり R アクセスが向いてるかってそうでもないとは俺は思うので、まあもうちょっと別の手法を考えた方がいいかなと。
Well, Hara-san's actually a pretty avid Steam player, so he's pretty familiar with the feature itself. But he has some concerns that perhaps fighting games don't lend themselves well to early access because there's balancing, adding characters perhaps and such, and it's a versus type of game, so it's not a one-person experience, one-player experience. So something similar you could kind of draw a conclusion from is the arcade that you see when you're announced that you're going to balance have some kind of update where you're balancing characters and whatever. You see the income drop quite a bit because people are like, well, I'll just wait till the patch is released.
Okay.
So he does have some concerns that maybe early access isn't a great place to do a fighting game.
Okay.
I mean, for Rise, personally, it's a different experience because it's an live operation title, so it's continually updated with stuff anyways. But I can kind of see where he's going now.
Okay.
で、鉄拳の場合はもうアーケードでっていうシビアな環境、アーケードなんてパッケージと違ってつまんなかったらみんなやめていっちゃうから、そういう中でやっぱ鍛えられてくるゲームだから鉄拳って。だからやっぱり家庭用でいきなりボンって出る他の格闘ゲームと違ってちゃんとアーケードで叩かれて良くなった状態でコンソールとかに出ていくから、その点においてアーリーアクセスとかしなくてももういきなりボンって出せるようなものにはなってるはずだね、クオリティ的には。
まあ多分海外のユーザーが遊べるかどうかっていう
まあそうだから海外がユーザー遊べるかどうかって点においてはもうちょっとアーリーアクセスじゃなくてちゃんとした手法で早く出すとかした方がいいと思うよ。
So he was saying that Tekken is still based in the arcades, and that since it goes through that process of working out all the bugs and issues and such in the arcade, that when it gets to console, the level is very high compared to other fighting games that don't do that.
Yeah.
And then I brought up that your question was actually that that's not the problem, but that Western players can't play it while it's in arcade. And he said that that is something that needs to be considered. But he thinks there's probably a better solution than early access.
May you share what some ideas are for the solution?
例えば何があるんですか、アーリーアクセスよりいい方法っていうのはなんかアイデアとかありますか？
早く発売する以外ないんじゃない？
Well, his best answer is to release it for console as soon as possible, because if you're doing something else like early access, then you have the development time that would push the console off a little bit.
Yeah.
So rather than that, to just do the console right away and try to get it out as soon as possible.
ただあともう一個ね、結構アーケードをビジネスなんてなんでそんなレガシーなことを今でもやってんだってアメリカのプレイヤーの人って大体ねよくね言われるんだから分かるんだけど、それみんなのためにも結構なってるとこあって、例えばねストリートファイターでさえ3と4の間って10年間空白があったでしょ。で今結構出なくなってる格闘ゲームっていっぱいあるでしょ。それちゃんと想像してほしいのね。すごい減ったんだよ。でキャリバーとかだってかなり苦しいことになってる。で鉄拳なんで安定供給できるかっていうと、みんなこれ知らないんだよアメリカの人って。実は日本でアーケードで出した利益ってはっきり言って実は毎回家庭用で儲かる額と同じぐらい実は僕らってあれってちゃんとした商売になってるんです。実はこんなに規模ちっちゃくなったのにいまだにすごい利益が出るわけで、そうすると何ができるかというと、業務用で1回作ってベース作ってすごく良くなって利益がちゃんと出た上でそれ全部家庭用に俺は回してるのね今まで。でそうすると鉄拳ってさ、みんなほんと知らないとか他の格闘ゲームでかなりお金かかってる実は、2D 格闘とかに比べたらはっきり言って2倍とかじゃ済まない。もうでだから家庭用
ゲームのベースができて、その上にコンソール用のモデル
利益とかでもだから家庭用の時すごい豪華なことできるし、それがいいものとかいっぱい入ったり、鉄拳って大体豪華じゃん。あれだけやっぱお金かけれて、しかもすごいちゃんとしたスパンでコンスタントに発売できるっていうのはアーケードのビジネスに支えられてる部分っていうのが結構大きかったりするから、その恩恵はみんなにワールドワイドに発信されるので家庭用の時には。だからそこはちょっとね無視できないんだよね。それを無視して家庭用だけでバンバンやると他の格闘ゲームみたいにどんどん出せなくなったりなくなったり、もしくは開発をぐーっと抑えなきゃいけなくなって苦しくなっていっちゃう。だから鉄拳ぐらいほら毎回数百万本、やっぱり最低でも200万本300万本売れるようなソフトってそういうやり方をしてるからできてるところもあるっていうのは理解してほしいよね。
He feels so strongly about this. So
I'm glad I asked a good question.
Because obviously everyone wants to play it right away, so it always comes down to why are you still doing an arcade title? Why not do console like Capcom, whatever? But people just they don't realize that they're actually benefiting from it. I mean, they have to wait, which sucks, but they do get a much better game because, for example, Street Fighter, the blank between 3 and 4, that was like 10 years, right? And they don't do the console or the arcade as strongly as we do. And so what this means is that by releasing an arcade version, we make about as much as we do on the console just off the bat from the arcade. So what this allows us to do is that the main gameplay itself is built there, and then we recoup the money a bit, so we're able to then put all the extra modes and all the goodies that Tekken is famous for, which we probably couldn't do if we just went to console straight off the bat, because it is quite expensive to make a game of that scope and quality. So it is really important, and people think that it's outdated because it's not in their particular country, but it is very viable still in Japan and Asia, and it does help us convince the company to let us make such a scope of a game.
That is a really good answer. It sounds like an honest one too. Thanks. That's true. If you look back in history, every Tekken gets the arcade release, and then a really cleaned up, good version comes out in the end. And that's really a good point. I mean, a lot of people do mention that, and I was about to ask you about Capcom. Quickly, let me ask, how do you feel about the Capcom model? Like, they keep selling the same game over and over with revisions. That's totally different from you guys. You guys, one product that is good enough, clean enough, and well-made enough to last long, long-lasting.
Right.
How do you feel about the difference in the I guess, business model there? What are your thoughts?
Good question, because he does talk to Ono a lot about this. So.
あれでしょ
カプコンは全然違うモデルなんで、それについて
それはね、カプコンもかつては俺らと同じやり方してたのよ。アーケードで出してコンソール出してで、彼らスト3の後本当10年間何もファイティングゲームに関してはしなかったから、アーケードのマーケットでアーケードのマーケットって実はもう鉄拳が他の格闘ゲームのはっきり言ってさっきも言った2倍3倍じゃないわけ。もう桁が違うんだ、置いてる数が。他の格闘ゲームが数百だとすると俺ら数千で桁が違うんだよ。本当に置かれてる数が違うわけだから、もう市場がなくなっちゃってて、アーケードにはほとんど置けないんだよ。実はストリートファイター4も置いてあるけど数全然少ないので、要はもうそのビジネスのやり方っていうのをこの10年途切らしちゃった。でさっきも言ったけど、もう一回みんな改めて思い返してほしいんだけど、結構なくなっちゃった格闘ゲームも多いじゃん。でその波に飲まれちゃったら普通だったらなくなっちゃうところを一生懸命小野さんが頑張ってストリートファイター4っていうブランドを復活させたんだけど、あれを存続するためにはじゃあ発売して鉄拳みたいにこれで3年間4年間遊んでくださいって言っても、彼らはパッケージを1回売っちゃったら終わりだから、次を開発するお金っていうのをどんどん回していくためにはやっぱりバージョンアップして買ってもらうってことをしないとできないから、それは俺らがやっぱりベースとして持ってるアーケードでしっかり儲けて家庭用で儲けてこれでしっかり遊んでください、僕らは3年間4年間出さなくても大丈夫ですっていう状況にできないから、やっぱりある意味しょうがないところあるんだと思うんだよね。だからまあ俺はもう全く同じゲームを出してるとは思わないけど、あれはあれで一つフランチャイズの生き残り方なんだっていうふうに俺は捉えてる。
That's a very good example of the difference between Tekken and Street Fighter is, and it's not just Street Fighter. When we're going back to the talk about Street Fighter, and then they were absent from arcades for 10 years. So when they come back, it's much more difficult. It's not Street Fighter, but other fighting games that you might know. It's much more difficult to continue to develop installments because if you just put a game out and leave it in the arcade without updating it much, then the pie shrinks and then it's harder to make the next installment. Where Tekken, because the numbers are so much different, because we have a strong presence in the arcade and we've continued that from throughout the franchise rather than take a break or whatever for whatever reason. And the numbers, people probably don't realize as much. Like, say if Street Fighter has several hundred machines in arcades in Japan, you add more than a zero on the end of that. It's like several thousand for Tekken.
Right.
And because we're able to do that, that provides the funds for developing an installment. Right. So, when Ono-san took over and he kind of reestablished 4 after such a long blank. They didn't have that option per se, I guess, because the presence is no longer as strong as it was at one point for the arcades, because they used to do that model up to 3. So his choice then was, put out 4, and he can't just leave it for several years like a Tekken.
Yeah.
He had to kind of update it with something else frequently to generate more funds to, put into the next installment of the game.
Right.
So, that's one way of doing it, and it couldn't be helped because they didn't have that arcade presence like we still have maintained for Tekken. So he sees that's one more way to stay relevant and to survive in a market like fighting games.
And one more thing. 例えばあと客層の違いもあると思うよね。ストリートファイターってやっぱアメリカ中心なんで、やっぱりアメリカにノースアメリカの人たちがすごく愛してて、しかもノースアメリカの競技プレイヤーが多いんでね。で鉄拳の場合って、格闘ゲームとしては一番世界で売れてるタイトルなんだけど、家庭を言ってもね4400万本なんて売れてる格闘ゲーム他にないから。だけど買ってる人の半分ぐらいだとヨーロッパで、アジアの人とアメリカの人もいいんだけど、ちょっとライトな層が多いんだよね。もちろん競技やってる層もいるんだけど、意外とライトな層に支えられてるとこもあるから、そういう人って兄弟とか、
エンディングが見たいとか、
キャラクターが好きとか、あと友達同士だけで遊ぶだけで十分って人も意外とそういう人に支えられてる面もあるから、そういう人たちからするとあんまり例えば半年とか1年ごとになんかちょっと違うバージョンがいっぱい出されるっていうのはそんなにそういう形で欲しいわけじゃなくて、まとめてドンで1個で欲しいっていう人の方が多いっていうのもあるね。客層が違うっていう。
And the audience is quite different between Street Fighter and Tekken, because like for Street Fighter it's mainly competitive base, and North America is their main core audience. Where for Tekken it's more Europe, Asia, also North America, but more casual. It's not as many tournament going. I mean, there is obviously a big crowd for that, but there's also a huge audience that they want to see the ending movies. They want to play against their friends. They like the characters or whatever. It's not like they want to be top tier at the game.
Right.
And that kind of audience isn't looking for a new update every frequently with just minor tweaks or character costumes or whatever. That's not what they want from us. So the way we deliver Tekken is because of that different from Street Fighter.
That is a very clear answer. Thank you. Just 2 more. I know you guys are in a hurry.
We're good. We're good.
Okay. The time release characters. So you just had the official release of the game in Japan.
Right.
And people were hoping that you would maybe have one time release with that, but nothing yet. Can you say anything about your plans for time release? Is it going to be scheduled maybe once a week? Or I know now that we have online patching, you could anytime release one if you want. So can you share some light on when we'll see our first new time release? And also, will you do the random select thing again? Where you can pick the next one.
Okay. タイムレスに関してスケジュールとあれね、昔あったあれああいう仕組みないのとか。
先行があってで今一般公開じゃん。その一般公開の時になんかタイムリス出るんじゃないかとみんな思ってたけど出なかったんで。
最初のやつはいつ
どういうふうにいつ頃？
そうまずそのタイムリリースの話する前に前提として6の時に俺ねタイムリリースシステムなんてもう古いと
言われたの、
古いって俺が言ったので古いなぜかってみんなが古いって言ってたからもう最初から出してくれって言われたからそうだよねって言って全部キャラクター出したわけでタク2の時もドーンと出したわけでそしたら何が起きたかというとやっぱ鉄拳って20年間の間にキャラが個性化かなり個性が出ちゃって戦略が違いすぎるからみんな対戦の攻略を覚えるのが大変になっちゃったキャラが多すぎてだから実はタイムリリースって少しずつ攻略をやっていくっていうのはすごく役立ったから、今回はタイムリリースにしようということがまず大前提としてありましたというところまで。
So first you just wanted to go into why time release first because it kind of leads into the answer, but because you might remember for 6 he said we're not doing time release anymore. And that's because everyone was telling us that we don't want that, put everyone out at the start. And then we saw for Tag 2, we did the same method. And people were kind of overwhelmed because the characters, they had been polished enough so that they had quite different strategies than they had in past Tekken. So what we saw was you had almost 60 characters, and people had a hard time, not necessarily you competitive players, but your average person trying to learn how to play against all of these different characters,
overwhelming.
right? So time release kind of helps give people a little bit of time to adjust to the characters that are out before you add new ones. And that leads into the answer.
で、そうだね、まずスケジュールに関して言うと、最初にこれ出てくるよっていうのを、今度3月29日、日本の、20周年のちょっとライブをやるんだけど、
どこで？
ストリーミングの本社から流すストリーミングのやつ、まあ、日本向けなんだけど、それは。でまあ、そこでちょっと1回開発の方から発表するんで、それをまたネット上にアップしますから、多分3月のその後だから2週間ぐらいかな、あと1週間後、10日ぐらいかな、
10日ぐらい、
もうあと1週間、
1週間か、
あと1週間後ぐらいにちょっとこんなキャラ出しますよって最初の発表するのと、
発表が1週間後だよね。
して、そうそうでもう4月からは随時出てくるんだけど、大体どれぐらいの間隔で出てくるかっていうと、まあ、あんまり細かいスケジュールまで言えないけど、まあ、例えばじゃあ1ヶ月に1キャラって言ったらちょっと多分みんな待てないと思うんで、できれば半月いたら2週間に1キャラ出るとか、まあ、ちょっとキャラによって感覚が違うかもしれないけど、そんな感じでやっていこうかなっていうふうに思っている。
So the first one you can look forward to will be the 29th, so it's about a month off, or not a month, a week. They're going to do a live event from the main office in Japan. So it's mainly geared towards the Japanese audience, but then you'll see an announcement of the first one.
Okay.
And then as far as further releases, he can't go into a specific schedule, but just so you can get an idea, rough idea, maybe a month is too long for people to wait for one character. So maybe like 2 weeks or so, but
awesome.
It might vary depending on who the character is and the timing and such.
Awesome.
But that's roughly the feeling of it.
That is extremely cool. Thank you for answering that one. Cool. Okay, so I know you guys are in a little bit of a hurry. We haven't had dinner yet and everything, but I want to ask one last question. We're seeing Chloe here on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And after this question, and I'll give you an opportunity to think about it now, but it is a tradition to call someone a bitch on the show. I have to ask. So he's holding in a smile. Both of you have the opportunity too. You can have independent bitch calling. But before we get to that, Chloe came out, and a lot of people were really butthurt about Chloe. They were not happy about it. They were complaining, right? But it was really like empty complaints, because once the character was shown in game, everyone changed their tune, and many people are like, wow, she looks really cool. Firstly, I'd like to ask, how are your feelings about Chloe now that she's been out, people have seen how she moves, and her availability in the West? That question. But secondly, what are your plans in terms of revealing characters in the future? Will you be revealing characters in any... Basically, I want to know how you feel about the experience of Chloe and the release of Chloe.
Okay. まず考えてもらうあれとしては、誰かをビッチというのはこのストリームの伝統なんで、誰にしたいかという話のと、その前に、クロエ、ラッキークロエってアナウンス当初すごいバッシングされて、でも今見てると反応、その映像が出てるかわかんないけど、だいぶポジティブになってるけど、その発表についてどう思うのか。で今後新しいキャラとか新しい発表は、どういうふうに行おうかと思ってるのか。発表の仕方はどうやってやると思ってるのか。
他のキャラクター。それは
この発表があるわけじゃん。でバッシングされて、でも触ったりとか見ると別にいいじゃんっていう感じで、だから今後そのキャラの発表についてどうやってやりたいのかって。
そのキャラクターによって発表の仕方はちょっと変えた方がいいのかなと思ってて、なぜなら例えばクロエとかってどんな発表の仕方しても、例えばヨーロッパのオタクの人とか、あと日本のアジア全体と東南アジアも含むアジア全体と、例えばヨーロッパのアニメオタクの人には意外とこれ響くキャラって分かってたから、この発表でどんな発表の仕方してもいいと思うんだよね。でこれ俺ね、ノースアメリカで叩かれるの分かってたのよ。絶対みんな嫌うと、もう完璧に分かってた。だから案の定みんなバー叩くでしょ。 でただね、俺の1個計算と1人何人か気づいてる人いたけど、非常に原田はクレバーだって気づいてる人いたけど、
あね、あれ
バーって批判された時に、あ、分かりました、じゃあ大丈夫です、北米にはリリースしませんよって、あれ俺ははっきり言ってちょっとムカついたから悪態ついたわけ、でそういう悪態つくと何が出てくるかと味方が出てくるんだよ、でそうやって俺は味方を引き出すことに成功したわけ、アメリカの中でもプレーしたいって言ってるやつはいっぱいいるんだっていうオーディエンスをそれで引き出すことによって結局注目度上がってみんなラッキークローの名前覚えちゃったでしょ、だからはっきり言ってそういう意味ではこの人ある意味いいデビューの仕方したなって俺思ってて、新キャラですごいちゃんと注目を浴びてるから、そういう意味ではちゃんとうまくいったなと俺は正直思ってるので、今後はある程度ちゃんとフッテージ、例えばセリフ言ってるところだとかキャラクター性が分かるところと戦い方が分かるところっていうのをしっかりカメラつけてキャラクターモデルもしっかりゲームの中のものを見せてやんないと、多分1枚の絵だけポンと出したらこんなキャラだよってやってもダメだなっていうふうには思うね。
Well, there's different ways to announce the characters, and for Lucky Chloe, it was what it was, and he did that intentionally because from the start it wasn't really geared towards a North American audience, and he knew that that was going to happen because the character was geared towards Asia, because we knew it was going to be very well received there, and to some part Europe as well. So I mean, everything was expected when he got all the bashing, and one thing that was kind of interesting though is he got kind of pissed actually. I mean, you could tell, right? And announced that, don't worry, we'll delete her from the American version, right? And so what happened then was people came out saying, hey, you guys sucked, it's a cool character, why are you bashing her? And so you have people actually defending her, which was kind of cool. And that when it's all said and done, everyone now knows the character name, and he succeeded in promoting her. So I guess there's different ways to do it for each character, but that was what happened in the end. So
definitely true. No such thing as bad publicity, right?
Exactly.
Everyone knows about Lucky Chloe now.
This is a good case of that.
もうだって今日コスプレしてる人いたもんね。
Yeah.
There's even someone here cosplaying as her. So.
Trust me, I noticed.
であとはやっぱり例えばシャヒーンとかの場合はさ、どっちかって言ったら中東のキャラクターだとあんまり出したことないし、今まで格闘ゲームそんな出てないから、ちゃんと出さないと、ちゃんとしたリリースの仕方しないとみんなこんなん中東のキャラじゃないと怒ったりするから、だから逆に去年コンセプトアートから先に出して、でみんなにいや違うこんなんじゃないって細かいところいっぱい直してもらって今こういう形になってるから、やっぱり一応キャラによってリリースの仕方はもうすでに俺らも考えて変えてるんだよね。
And Shaheen is a good example of another way to do it. We had wanted to do an Arabic character for a while, but we didn't really have such a clear idea of what should be done like we did with Chloe. So he took the approach of announcing the concept art first and giving the fans a chance to help us fix stuff that might be off against the character, because we weren't as confident with that one about what we should do for an Arabic character. So, and we believe that was a good way to do it, looking back as well. So there's many ways to do it, and it depends on the character.
Different strategies. Cool.
Right.
Okay, I know. There's so much action. You guys want dinner. Just go ahead. Call your bitch callings. I'll let you go first, Michael.
All right.
And then afterwards, we'll get Mark and Rip on, and we'll let you guys go have some fun. Go ahead. Who's
Okay,
the bitch?
I'm a pretty chill guy, so it's kind of hard, but I'll pick one just in jest today. Anakin.
Ooh.
Anakin, you're a bitch. He's not in the tournament. And it's in Atlanta. This is our first time here. I'm like, what? What?
He's doing commentary, though.
Yeah. We said there's a young guy. He's like 18 or something, and very smart
Speed
dude.
kicks, yeah.
It's like his prodigy or whatever.
Yeah.
Protege.
Pupil.
So he said, he wanted to like focus on helping him, but
Okay.
he's a young guy. I mean, come on, Anakin. That is. He's a little bit too late to be saying, "Oh."
Yeah, a little early, you mean? A little early.
A little early. So, Anakin, you're a bitch, man.
Okay. Mr. Harada, you have the floor.
何でもいいの？
なんでもいい。
いやだからあれだよ、もう俺は一つだよね。俺にこう無理なお願いをスパムで何回も言ってくる
確かに。
やつはもうビッチだね。前から言ってるけどさ、 自分の考えたオリジナルキャラクターを一生懸命俺出せって言ってくるやつはもうすごいビッチだよ。だってもう絵描かれてさこんなキャラ出してくれて絵描いて持ってきたらだってそれを使って俺らがキャラ出したらそれは俺が考えたもので著作権がどうとか言ってくるに違いなくて絶対揉めるじゃん。だからそういうのやめてくれって言ってんのにしつこくでなんかもうアルトネートキャラアカウント作ってアルタキャラアカウントたくさん作ってさマルチのアカウントでさ大量にスパム送ってくるやつは本当にビッチだと思うよ。
This is a very easy choice for him. The people who are recently again sending like, I made this character, you need to put in the game, and they're like spamming the shit out of them with illustrations that they drew.
Oh, their ideas?
Yeah. Which, you know, we could never do that. If we even, for one reason, even thought that it was a decent character design, then and we borrow it, then, oh, you know, I thought of it, paying money, blah, blah, blah. And then just to create multiple accounts and spam is a totally bitch thing to do. It's funny, because then they even, like, they were tweeting me about, oh, Haru's a fucking asshole and he destroyed the Tekken franchise, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I think Mark even had to block him.
Yeah, you heard him. You heard it here. And leave him alone. Just because you can communicate with him doesn't mean you should, right?
Good point.
Yeah,
good point,
you know, just because you can, you got to treat it like a luxury.
お互いもし目の前にして2人きりで話したら絶対言ってこないようなこと言うのやめろっつうんだよ。
And also,
ひどい言葉言うじゃん。
it's because it's
まあ、俺
anonymous,
と
you
2人き
know?
りだったら言えんのかこら。
Like, he feels very strongly about this. Like, people at the tournament would never come up and do something like that, but because it's anonymous, it's like,
oh man,
fuck you.
Are you serious? Duh, that's how the internet is, man. They talk so much shit, and then they come here and they're like little bitches. They don't even say anything rude. They're so... The internet gives people strength.
And it's not just Harada and myself. It's everyone who's reading the timelines or even like Markman. You know, it wasn't our game. It was another game that someone was spamming the developer. And Markman got caught up in it. He got blocked. Do you remember that one?
Okay. Well,
So,
I gotta tell you guys, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. This really means a lot to me. And if sometime in the future, maybe closer to console release, maybe we could do a little more traditional interview. I really, really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we did one way back when.
Yeah, and then we had the second one with Daishi Odashima.
Yeah.
And that one got deleted. It was such a... I almost stopped doing podcasts because of that. I was so, like, embarrassed and, like, devastated. But I really appreciate you guys helping everyone out, giving us an idea, you know, being able to speak to us. It's really cool, and this really means a lot to me. So thanks a lot, taking your time out from a cool event like this.
Sure.
Thank you.
Maybe we can do one in Master Cup too, huh?
Dude, I'm gonna try internet. I'm gonna try and go. Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right, man.
I guess we're gonna hand it over to these clowns, and we'll let you guys have your dinner and everything. Thank you so much, Mr. Harada and Michael Murray. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It's a pleasure, man. Thank you, guys.
Okay, internet, don't worry. I know they're probably saying, where's my bitch calling? I'll save it because I want to give them opportunities too. But thank you again. Of course.
Oh, wait, so Mark gets a chance too?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're going to get him on too. Thank you again, guys. I really enjoy your dinner. Thank you.
Oh, and thank you for everyone at Final Round. You guys have been great hosts.
Yeah, they definitely have. Okay, so we're going to trade with Mark and Rip now.
Okay.
Super dope. He called them fucking assholes. Awesome. Super cool. Okay, now we're gonna trade. It's a decent trade. Mark's cool, but boy, Rip.
Yo. Okay, you know what sucks about this whole thing?
What?
I didn't hear what you guys talked about.
Yeah, you know, you asked me to coach you, and I sat there, and I was like, I can't even hear you, and I'm sitting right next to you, so I was like, I can't do anything.
Well, I mean, you know, they obviously haven't had dinner and everything, but who cares? Watch the replay. I'm not gonna re-scoop on
Well, give me some. Was there any cool stuff that we should know?
Yeah, well, I mean,
how did they take the leak? That's what I want to know.
They talked
about... I know the secret answer. I want to know what the answer they told you.
Well, they didn't go into too many details, but they did say that just because you saw a picture of something doesn't even mean it will be in the game. It could be a concept.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What did he do?
He made a face. He made a face.
That doesn't translate to anything.
That's true, it doesn't.
No.
Okay.
Just because you saw Markman do a face doesn't mean it's in the game.
Yeah, that's... Okay, anyway, whatever. Who cares about what they said? It was cool. They talked about Capcom, the business model, time release.
Did they talk shit about Capcom? Because I work with Capcom. Should I leave?
No. Oh, Harada called those people that hit him up on Twitter too much fucking assholes. It was pretty cool. So,
for that character that they want in the game?
Yeah. What? Oh, he said that there are people that make up concept arts and they're like, put this character in, and they're like, dude, what are you, a moron? Even if I wanted to and I used it, I'd be stealing your shit. I'm not going to use it. You know?
Of course.
So
I think they're doing it wrong.
Well,
they should be just stealing people's shit.
Why don't you just apply? You know, like application. Anyway, whatever. Who cares about that? So you guys were playing that whole time. What did you guys?
We were trying out the new characters because I didn't really get a chance to play with them. So Shaheen, like people tell me he doesn't have a crouch dash slide. He does, and it's totally the same notation.
Yeah.
He's got guaranteed damage after it. He's got a mix up outfit. He seems pretty cool. I'm actually going to try him out later. Lucky Chloe's a little bit more tricky. She's got
weird.
She's got stuff you've really got to invest time in her to really pay off, I think.
Yeah. And from what I've played so far, I really actually like a lot of the new characters, especially Shaheen. We're messing around with them, and I think a lot of the characters are pretty combo friendly, especially Katarina and Shaheen. I mean, people just told me what the combo was. I was able to like do it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I like the game.
Cool.
Hey, we tested 4-1.
Oh yeah, cheap.
It's pretty cheap.
I know.
It's pretty cheap.
I haven't gotten that much of an opportunity to play. I'm hoping to play a little bit later. But as far as I'm concerned, one thing I'm noticing from everyone, and I know a lot of people online are wondering, what do you think of the game? What do you think of the game? So everyone I've asked has had a different idea on how it feels. Some people are saying, oh, it feels a little more sluggish. Other people are saying it feels faster. I feel like Dragunov's movement is like identical. Immediately was familiar to me. So my conclusion was that maybe it's on a character-by-character basis. And when I asked Michael and Harada, they said, for the most part, it's the same. But there are some minor tweaks that might be done, and they didn't give details.
Right.
So,
like something about sidewalk and sidestep, something got changed a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about Law and his movement?
Oh, you know, it was hard to tell because, you know, I was playing on that weird stick at first, and I haven't tried it again. You know?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. But I use King, and I've always felt that his movement is the same.
Okay, that's what I feel too. Some people I think who are saying that, they're just morons.
Yeah.
You know,
the game has like interesting slowdown thing that makes it feel different too. Like you've seen the slowdown, you've seen the trades, but when you see it in the game or even like a counter hit, you feel like, oh, it's being sluggish. You know, like it's just a different thing you're not used to.
I think it's a design element.
I
don't think it's slowing down. It's like, oh shit, something happened.
Right. Yeah.
So far, from my experience, that is the coolest shit in the game.
The slow
motion rage art when you hit it is so
mouth
good.
wide open
so
every time. You don't even know. You're like, whoa! The delayed hop kick is so sick. Dude. I love it.
Yesterday when I was playing speed kicks and I hit them with that, oh my god, it was so sick.
Super
it's like slow mo. Did I do it? Rage art.
So I know we're closing out on the end of the show. Is there anything you want to? I mean, while we have freedom on the machine, is there anything you want to show to the fans?
I don't know, man. I mean, to be honest, I haven't eaten all day, and
we're waiting for the food.
Come on, this is your chance with Tekken 7. But you know,
I want to play it. I have lots of stuff to test.
We should play like a match with Dragunov Law or something.
Yeah, that would be a great way to close out the show, and then the loser's the bitch.
Okay. The loser's the bitch, but I'm calling myself a bitch because it took me so long to get to final round after all these years.
That's right.
Super excited.
It's canceled. I heard it's canceled next
Michael
year.
Murray called Anakin
I heard.
bitch for not in.
Good
But
bitch
not
card.
me because he understands how cool I am. Anyway.
Nice.
He also called you a bitch for losing to Incog. I made that up.
Yeah, I know. I beat Lil Maj in 3L though. Boom!
I've done that before. Whatever. Okay, Internet. We're going to do a match. Dragunov versus Law, and that's going to close it out. But before I go, I have to thank Markman very, very much. And Bifuteki for letting us use his equipment as well as Harada and
I just want to say, hopefully, there's going to be a lot more content and opportunities for everyone to play Tekken 7.
Yeah.
We're still working on it, but I'll work very closely with the Namco Bandai Namco team and the Tekken Project team to make things happen. And awesome. Good luck, guys. I'll do commentary.
Excellent. Woo.
All right, so we're doing a match. All right. After this match, we're going to kill it, yeah? Okay, so this is going to be, I guess, the first Tekken 7 grudge match for ATP Live. We're going to have Rip versus Eris, and I guess we can go to the full screen if you want to do that. That way we get it on nice and neat. So we're going to have to kill off, are you guys doing Drag versus Law? All right, so we're going to have to kill off the other character, but we're going to get that started right now. This is going to be the last match of the night when we're going to shut down T7, or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll leave it on. I don't know. We're just waiting for the food to get here. But either way, I hope you guys enjoy this. And again, you've been watching Tekken 7 thanks to our friends over at Bandai Namco and the Tekken Project team, Mr. Harada-san and also Michael Murray, graciously coming out here to support the fans. All right. And this is final round. Again, I hope everybody has a chance to actually check out this game at upcoming events. We haven't announced when the next one is, but we will announce very soon, hopefully. Oh, so they're testing stuff. I thought this was a grudge match. All right, looks like he's going to kill him off, and then we'll be able to get our long-awaited grudge match. Damn, that does a lot of damage. All right, hope everyone's tuning in. Spread the word. We're about to go in. All right, the boys are going to be playing 2 out of 3. This is the grudge match. ATP versus Level Up Your Game. Here we go. We're going to start it off. Dragonov, Aris versus Rip, Law. I wonder what stage you're going to pick. Oh, that's some new stuff that Law has. All right, here we go. We're about to get into it. If you guys are tuning in right now, we're at final round 18. Stream is powered by Bifuteki, hosted on Avoiding the Puddle. This is the grudge match. We have Dragonov played by Aris and Martial Law played by Rip. Here we go, guys. So if you're not new to this is Tekken 7, the newest iteration in the Tekken series. Let's see how both of these players are able to adjust and use the new moves and new game system properties. Wow, opens up with the Power Crush Dragon Kick. Able to take a lot of damage off. And there goes Aris, able to close it off quickly because, I mean, Law absorbed a ton of damage there. Just by being able to go through that moves. You got to remember that it's unrecoverable damage. That's the new tailspin or actually screw attack. It's back 2-1. Gets him towards the wall with the legend kick. All right, Rip capitalize, or I'm sorry, Aris capitalizing. Able to get that stop, and here's a wild running 2, and he should be able to combo and end it. Oh, damn, caught him moving, spiked him on the head, slam dunk. 360 tomahawk jam. Oh, wow. I can hear these guys yelling from over here. These guys are having fun. They're talking smack while they're playing. Okay, Junkyard, down 2. Oh, counter hit. Gets that new low kick. Oh, he caught him. Flip kick. Not today, amigo. All right. Now, let's see how Rip's going to adjust in this matchup right here. Gets it. Oh, no, he drops the combo. Looks like he was going for the 4-3 series into the legend kick. Oh, this is going to be big damage. Oh, he went for the easy stuff. He went for Dragon Tail flip. All right, final round here in this first match between Rip and Aris. All right, adding that pressure right now, able to confirm with that hit. Oh. All right, we went for the punish, not able to get it. It goes for the Sabaki punch, which does power crush. Law, one of the characters that has a few power crush moves. Caught him out of the air. Now, Aris takes that first match. It's 1-0. So Rip's going to have to make some adjustments here. He goes for the revenge match, wants to run it back. All right, let's see how this plays out. This could potentially be the last match of the night. Oh, caught him. All right, still no damage taken on either side. Now pushing further. Now let's see what they're able to do. Oh, a good break on the dragon stance throw. And I wonder if that's a universal throw break now, or it's still a command throw. We'll see. We'll find out later. Oh, catches him in the air. He has a Rage Art available. Let's see if he's going to make use of it. No? Oh, wow. He still did an absorb move. Oh, he dropped it. That was a reset, I think. Now, Aris must be feeling himself after that big comeback. And again, he's up 1-0. Okay. Boom, boom. Oh, he doesn't get the legend kick or the follow-up. All right, good break there. Now, Law applying the pressure. He knows he has the life lead, but he wants to end this match. Oh, the wall stuff. All right, here we go. Now what's going to happen next? Oh, caught him with the back sway, foot to the mouth. All right, tied up on rounds. All right, goes for the new back fist move. Oh. Nice hop kick. Able to crush right out of the low. Nice combo there from Rip. Oh, and the hop over moves, they still work. He tweeted about that earlier, I think. Oh, we get him at the wall. This is going to hurt. Oh, no, it didn't work. I don't know what he was trying to go for there, but he's fighting back. Oh, into the spike. Ow, that did so much damage. But Law now has some cute stuff available. What's he going to do? Oh, not safe. So, Aris looking to close it out. He's 1 round away. Nice block. Good punish. Hits him with that forward roll. Gets him with a nice combo. Did significant damage there. Oh, counter hit. Boom, boom. Follow up into the wall. And a nice mix-up for the win. So Rip looking to tie it up. 2 rounds apiece right now. 1 round away from tying up the series. All right. Catches him. No, Rip looking really to take it. Oh, nice. Uh-oh, this could be the comeback. What's he going to do with it? Oh, I didn't know that does tailspin. That's crazy. Is he going to end it? Oh, and they bring it to a final match. It's now 1-1. He's going to pick a revenge match. All right, we're going to have the final match between these two. All right, final match between these two. All right, nice block, able to punish. Oh, he gets him with the new low on counter hit. Nice follow-up, but Dragunov fighting back. That new get-up kick. All right, pressure at the wall. Let's see what he's able to do with it. Oh, nice. Picks him right up. Did not able to convert there with the screw attack, but doesn't matter. Gets the throw. Here's the follow-up Oki. Now Law has his Rage available, Rage Arts. Oh, good break there. Now, oh no, he just throws it out. Is he gonna land it? He gets it. Wow, and that should net him the round there. Pulls it off. Now he's up 1 round over Aris, who previously had the lead in this matchup. Whoa, hits him with the back fist. Lands cleanly. Nice block there on the string. All right, what's he gonna do? He went for it twice. Again. Okay, legend kick. Into the running 3. The pressure here from Rip. Hits him with the elevator throw. All right. Oh, wow, just pulls out the legend kick just like that. He should be able to close it out here. All right. So 2 rounds to none. Rip looking to close it out. Nice slide in. Able to add some pressure here. Nice, ducks right under it. Oh, wow, what a setup. All right, good pressure there. Could have had him, but he broke the throw. Oh no, is he gonna land it raw? Doesn't matter. The life does not withstand the rage art. All right, what's he gonna do with it? It's a legend kick. He misses it. Goes for the mix-up instead. Evasive maneuvers here from Harris. Oh, nice slide. Back to the wall. He's gonna have to be careful. Again, 4-1. The pressure gets counter hit for his trouble. Nice hop kick. Is that gonna be it? Oh, he drops the combo. Now Dragunov with a sliver of life left, but he does have the rage. Oh my gosh. Now what? Oh! Counter hit, grabs him, the slowdown right through it. The damage is real. Epic going to the final round here at final round between both of these competitors. All right, good punish there. Whoa. Goes for that that advancing knee. Oh, the strings are coming out. Okay, good punish there. Oh, opt to go for the mid. Didn't go for the guaranteed 4-1. Oh, nice slide. Now what's gonna happen? Dragunov with rage arts available. How is it gonna end? Oh, he just does it. Oh wow, and that's it. Rip takes it. 3 rounds, or 2 matches to 1, I should say. So let's close this out properly, I should say. Is Rip staying on? I don't know.
All right, is this on?
I don't know. No, not yet. 1. Yeah?
Internet. Okay, here we go. And thank you so much, everybody. I really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. This is kind of a random impromptu thing, but again, Markman and Bifuteki really pulled through here. There's a lot of fun to still have. It's only Saturday, so make sure you keep an eye out on all the different streams coming out of Final Round. There's a lot to watch. Internet. I'm pretty exhausted. I'm going to go eat some dinner, but once again, thanks everybody who made this happen. I got more Tekken 7 to play. Good times.
Let's do it again sometime.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Mark.
All right, peace out.
See you, Internet.